if you love that person and they're insecure, stick around. I have some tips for you to use, and I'll see those people differently, okay? Today we're going to talk about what an insecure man or boy does to a woman. And I know some of you may not agree with this topic or these points, but hear me out to the end, and maybe you will find yourself in a similar situation, and maybe this will help, or you can just relate and find some type of relief, okay? By hearing this information, and I hope that it helps you and it brings you some type of value. Okay, so I've done a lot of research, about a year now or two, on the topic of insecurity and emotional development, and people with different personality disorders, simply because I'm surrounded by people who are insecure a lot, and I went through it too, but I found value in God's word and in what He thinks about me. So what people think negatively about me or haters, it doesn't really bother me anymore. I may think about it, but it's not like I'm gonna fight and defend myself, you know, because I know who I am. So, but for some people may not even know that even men nowadays can be insecure, and I will bring you some points that you can listen and think. If you know anyone, or maybe you're in a similar situation, and things that you could do to help your situation. I'm not here to tell nobody to get divorced or get out of any relationship that you might find with an insecure man. I am simply here to share these points, and hopefully they will open your eyes to view these people differently, instead of letting them trigger you or bother you or ruin your mental state, okay? Because sometimes in things that happen to us will affect us more in the way we respond, in the way that we react to them instead of respond, okay? So if you're always reacting to something, it will control you instead. But when you respond to something, you have control of the situation, okay? So let's listen to these points, and hopefully they will help you, okay? I'm sitting here on my what is this called? I don't even know. Just a training thing, whatever. So an insecure man, I hope this is not an offense, but it's a description that I'm trying to make it as simple as possible for women, basically, okay? An insecure man is like a little boy that's trying to grow hair on his face, but he can't, because he's still small, he's still little, okay? Little. And that's not an offense. Let's just think about, let's say, a 10-year-old trying to grow hair. That hair does not grow in your face when you're 10, okay? You are still a little boy. So that's how an insecure man comes across when they're portraying insecurity and especially in relationships, okay? Now a lot of people don't see that, but I'm here to help you ladies to open your eyes and view people. Let's say if you have an insecure man, I heard a saying, I think from Nicki Minaj. I know I really don't listen to her, but I don't know, I find her smart. Anyway, she said, if your man is an insecure man, run from him. So not here to say that though, but I'm here to say that an insecure man is more comes across like a little boy. Okay, so if you're dating or you're with a man that's insecure, and they're displaying their insecurity in many levels. Now, insecure people, they're not bad people, okay? They're just not emotionally developed. There's areas in their life that they still don't have control. They, let's say they've been betrayed, somebody has let them down, or they just had someone always speak bad to them or negatively, or they believe some lies in their head and they just need help, and they don't need to be left alone, okay? Or you turning your back on them. If you love that person and they're insecure, stick around. I have some tips for you to use, and I'll see those people differently, okay? And insecure men can act monstrous ways, or monstrously, in a relationship, marriage, dating, whatever relationship you call, whatever your relationship is. But they're not monstrous. They just might act like that because they're so insecure, so they need to make their voice, and they need to make themselves heard, because it makes them feel good and it makes them feel like they're in control of the situation, or you, for that matter. Now, a trick that an insecure man uses to hide their weakness is by drawing strength through manipulation. So an insecure man will manipulate situations, your mind, people around them, family members, just so they can hide their weakness, and just so they can look like they're in control or they're in charge, because one, someone has done that to them. Two, they don't know they don't know any better. Three, pride. Okay, pride is, I'm a man, I got control here, I'm supposed to have control, although within me I feel like zero, but because I'm a man, I don't want you to see that, how small I feel, and see myself inside, but I need you to do things for me, and I need you to obey, and need you to act a certain way. So these men will say and do these things through manipulation so that they can feel like they're in charge or in control. Insecure men are usually frustrated because they don't believe in themselves. And so they think and feel that the whole world owes them something, or the whole world needs to serve them, because that's how they feel. And they can't let the world see that. So they display a lot of frustration at moments that you think, man, like what? Where did this even come from? It could be you could be the happiest. You could be having the best moment, and then out of the blue, an insecure person will hear something, or they'll be triggered by something, a saying or whatever, or someone, and they will get so frustrated or lash out at you and ruin everything. And to make themselves feel better, they will blame you, they will accuse you, they will shame you, they will play the switch and bait games, they will never have your back, they will lash at you in public, just so they can feel important. Sometimes it's hard to figure out why a man is so emotionally insecure, because the society portrays men as they need to be strong, and they shouldn't be feeling weak, and they shouldn't be showing signs of feminine, or crying, or being so emotional, we women are portrayed as emotional creatures. We feel everything, we cry about everything. So we don't see men like that, and we don't want men to be like that. In a way, it's wrong, but it has nothing to do with being emotionally mature. Okay? Maturity and insecurity are two different things. Okay? You can cry with your wife during a movie and still be emotionally immature. Okay? It does not mean that you're weak. It does not mean that you're soft. It just means you're bonding with your wife and you're holding hands and you're sharing that moment together and making your wife happy. It does not mean that your manhood just went down the drain. Okay, and you're so immature. It has nothing to do with that. Okay, emotional maturity is uh, having something happen to you that just that's so draining or so sudden, and or for example getting frustrated at someone, or seeing someone make the same mistake and you staying calm. Okay, and you trying to figure out how to help that person and not react but respond. That's emotional maturity at one level. There's a lot of levels. Okay, so let's continue. So a woman that's around an insecure man will try to change him, help him, but you have to think of this, keep this in mind. You can't change an insecure person. It has to come from them. The growth has to come from them. They have to want to grow. First of all, they have to recognize and acknowledge that they have that need. They don't need to tell the world. They don't need to announce it. Hey, I'm so insecure, I need help. No. It's something that if you feel insecure, it's something that you need to work on, but you got to recognize it. Okay, and God can help you, but He's not going to kick the door in your house and be like, hey, I'm here for help. Okay, who's the insecure man? I'm here to help you. No. Okay, you're gonna have to want to get help and find help and grow. And the growth does not happen reading a book, watching a podcast, going to a workshop. Growth happens going through the situations that will trigger you emotionally. You gotta go through the situations. But reading a book on emotional growth and self-development, it's in knowledge and information that you have here, but you need God's wisdom to learn how to apply when you go through those situations. When something happens and instead of reacting, now you're responding. Why? Because you got the information here, you got the desire to change, and you have the information here, the education, and now you're like, okay, now I get to apply it. And it's not going to come with one situation, one experience. It's going to happen throughout your entire life. We're all work in progress here. And sometimes women that feel trapped with an insecure man, it's like a battle. It's like a cycle, because you feel like you're losing your mind. You're like trying to figure out, why are they like that? Why everything triggers them? Why are they reacting like this? Because sometimes some women may not even know that they are with an insecure man, because you just don't think that a man is insecure. But there's so many insecure men out there, and you just need to know the points, the triggers, and walking on eggshells around someone that's insecure. It's the worst. It's the worst life. It's the worst feeling. But if you just know, if you just know that your man is insecure, and learn what you can do. And I'm not saying not to trigger him or her, because really we shouldn't be responsible about how people react to what happens around them. No, we shouldn't have to. You're an adult. You learn to respond to things that happen in your life on your own without having to blame someone. Oh, you triggered me. Oh, you should have not said that. Oh, you should have not done that. You know that triggers me. Okay, if it helps, yes. And this is not about abusive relationships, okay? If you're in an abusive relationship, these points are not going to help you. You need to seek help and make yourself help yourself and find ways to get out of the relationship, okay? When it's about abuse, any type of abuse, leave, okay? This has nothing to do with being in an abusive relationship, although insecure men can and will portray their insecurity or display it by using force, physical abuse, verbal, usually verbal, starts verbally, and then as you tolerate it or as they're triggered and they don't seek help, it could turn into physical abuse. And if that's the case, please find help and get out. An insecure man also lacks self-esteem, and they will blame you, and you will feel stuck and hurt and not knowing what to do, where to go. You don't even want to talk to your friends or share with anybody because you're like, man, I picked this man and I thought everything was well, and I thought like, for example, let's just take an example. An insecure man will start to control you with your friends. For example, they don't want any male friends around you, or you talking to them or getting any close to them, or even with your female friends. Sometimes they will be feeling jealous, left out, because they don't want to see you happy, in a sense of, because they have that low self-esteem because they want to be in your situation, but they just are not there yet because they're so insecure. So they will try to control you and your life and your friends and your family and the situations around you by little by little, and you will think, he's just a jealous type because he loves me, he cares, and you just find it so attractive because, hey, they say after all, if your man isn't a little jealous, then he just not into you, or he doesn't love you. Those are BS, okay? Those are not true. Those are just signs of first signs, and then you have more and more and more coming up, you know, and then you're gonna look back 10, 20 years back, and you're gonna say, man, how did I miss those red flags? And so as you tolerate, those red flags will become big red flags, okay? This is another situation. An insecure man will bait you and blame you for a situation that they are guilty of. They will switch the situation and make you feel guilty for, or let's say, standing up to them and telling them, listen, you hurt me, those words hurt me, or what you did to me, that was not right. So they will take that situation of you confronting them for their mistakes, and they will switch it around and blame you for confronting them, because now you made them feel guilty, and they're gonna say, oh, all you want to do is make me feel guilty. All you want to do is just make me feel bad. I can't believe you're so bad. How could you be so evil? That's called a bait mind game that they play and will play, and it's so wrong, okay? An insecure man will shame you because they can't take the idea of you being better than them. So they will shame you on everything. If you're trying to lose weight, or if you're trying to be better, or move on, or be a better person in any area of your life, they will shame you. They will say things, oh no, don't do that, oh no, don't eat that, oh no, don't drink that, oh no, don't go there, you don't have to go to gym, just stay home, we'll order, we'll do this, because they can't see you better than them, because they don't want to get out of their pit. their mess. So they need company and they need misery to join their misery. Remember, an insecure man will hide his face, his insecurities, through manipulation. And if you're in a similar situation, you need to listen up. If you're dating someone like this, you need to stand up for yourself and don't take the relationship any further. You don't need to baby them. You don't need to baby a boy. You don't need a boy in your life. You need a man, a mature man who will help you grow, because he is secure in his skin, in his life, in his mind. If you're married, that's a whole different situation. Again, my advice is stand up for yourself, avoid arguments, let them know how they made you feel, how you feel, what they did, but most of all, submit your concern to God and He will help you and guide you what you need to do. Now, if he's physically or verbally abusive, then you just need to leave. That you don't need my advice. You need to know you're worthy, you have self-respect, and make ways and leave in silence. So I hope that this topic does not I know this topic is very sensitive, but I hope that you found some type of value and it opened your eyes and your mind to see your partner in a different way. And again, this is not a video to condemn the men who are insecure, or boys, I call them boys, well, men. This is a video that you need to just like look at them from a different angle. Look at them with the eyes of love. If you love this person, submit them to God, and if they are still prideful and they don't want to get help, you can't change them. God can. Just pray that God will open their eyes to see the need that they have to be emotionally grown men, okay? Not insecure men or men trapped in a boy's body. I don't even know how to word that. So, but anyway, I hope you found some type of value. I will see you guys in my next video. Hopefully I get to post more from the year going on, okay? Either way, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, okay? Be blessed. Bye.